Okay, hey, what is going on? I'm gonna stop sharing this real quick. Hey, what's up? This video is all about video number one on your live webinar launch. Okay, now video number one is very simple. Now I've gotten the sources that I'm getting from is personal experience, videos, books, trainings, and watching other people do successfully. So video number one is very simply showing them what the opportunity is and how you're successfully doing it and others, right? So it's a very simple concept. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump right into my screen again, and you're going to be able to see this. Okay, so we're only going to talk about video number one, and after this, I'm going to give you some give you this um, I'm going to give you like a little a Google slide so you can fill out your origin story, because that's going to be the most important part of this particular thing. Now, when you're doing this origin story or doing this video number one, it has about 6 key principles to it. Okay, and they don't have to be perfect. They just have to kind of go and like, you just have to hit them, like touch on them. They're not that. The whole idea here is to get them excited about the next thing, right? Or get them excited about listening to you, or get them excited about being with you. Okay, so here's some key takeaways from video number one that you should be doing. And you probably already done this if you've done the 7-day video launch challenge, the video challenge. When you were talking about the big opportunity thing, the new thing that you're doing, like my biggest the thing I'm scared to share, right? Like when you're talking about your origin, you're going into this, but not into the more. This is a little more in depth, okay? So video number one is very simply, number one, you have to give out the big promise, the big idea, what they're going to get from these particular training videos. Okay, in the next couple of videos, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you exactly how to lose 12, how I was able to lose 30 pounds in 12 weeks, or I'm going to show you how you can lose up to 30 pounds in 90 days or less using the ketogenic diet, even if you failed before or love eating sugar, something like that, to that extent. Okay, and before we get into that, I want to share with you a little bit about me. Right, so you're going to show the opportunity, give the big promise, tell them what they're going to get, the end result they hope to achieve. Okay, that's that's what you're trying to do, is pre-frame the end result. That's what you have to keep in mind, the end result in mind, and who the end result means for, like who is it for, who's that end result for. Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Daniel Tapia, and in this quick little video, in the next couple of videos, you're going to learn exactly how I help my clients lose 12 pounds in 30 days or less without any insanely long workouts, or having to do crazy long hours in cooking, or cooking foods, or having to jump up and down and do burpees all the time. Okay, now you're probably wondering how we got here, right? Or you're probably wondering why we're here today. Well, my name is Daniel, and over the past couple of years, I've been able to successfully gain abs. I've been able to lose the unwanted weight, and I've been able to do so while having a son, right? Like I'm a father, so I know what it feels like to have to struggle with what we should eat, or having to eat for my family and having to cook for my family. So I know the struggles, right? And I know what it feels like to get older and feel like my metabolism is going down. And to be honest with you, I used to be very fat. I used to be very overweight. In fact, at one point they thought I was going to be diabetic, and that scared me because I didn't want to be diabetic. All I wanted to do growing up was I just wanted to have some recognition. But I started to lose weight, and I started to get more and more confident. And as I started to lose weight, I started to do all these diets and programs and nutrition things, and nothing seemed to work for me until I met X, right? The opportunity. And so that's the backstory. And if you want to know more about the backstory is going to be, I'm not going to talk too much in depth about that backstory. I want to talk about the framework of this, but the backstory here I'm going to give you the PDF below, so you can follow the framework that Russell Brunson has. So it's the backstory. Okay, the backstory is going to build the credibility and the positioning for whatever you're going to teach. Okay, the opportunity. Okay, and the backstory is going to build that credibility and rapport, right there. That's how you're going to position yourself as the expert, using your backstory, using how where you were got you to where you are, and why you're continuing to do what you do. Okay, then you're going to teach something small but valuable, i.e. it would be something like, most people think, like for me, right? Most people think you need to just eat 6 meals per day. The truth is that you don't need to eat 6 meals per day. All you need to do is eat 3 meals a day, and you don't even have to eat breakfast. Like if you don't want to, you can eat them all within like a 4-hour period if I'm teaching intermittent fasting, right? Most people try to do keto, or most people try to lose weight and they cut out all the carbs. That's the problem, because when you cut out all the carbs, you're not getting the fats. So you're just losing all energy, burning the candle on both ends. What you really need to do is turn your body into a fat burning machine. Okay. You're not turning your body into a fat burning machine just by cutting out all the sugars in your, like the Cokes and the sodas, the sugar and all that stuff. Just cutting that stuff out is great, but it's not going to get you into a fat burning mode. You're still burning carbs. You're just burning less of them. Okay. Something like that, that's valuable. You could just leave that little cliffhanger there. But some of you might be thinking, right? And then you bring up the common myths that most people think about keto. Okay. And then you hook them to the next video. In the next video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you over the shoulder. You're going to be like, kind of like looking over the shoulder on how I actually do these things, how I actually am able to lose the weight whenever I want, how to do keto the right way, using my proven frameworks. I'm going to show you how I do that. Okay. In video number 2. So what I need from you to do right now is, number 1, I need you to give me your biggest takeaway or something, right? I need you to do one thing at the end of the video. The whole idea of the video is to tell about yourself, tell about the opportunity, and get them engaged. Okay. So those are like 3 big key takeaways you want to do from video number 1. So let me know in the comments what your biggest takeaway from this video was. What's holding you back from getting in the best shape of your life? What's holding you back from doing keto? What's your biggest fear about keto? Go right now, write down your core principles about yourself. Like, what are some things in your life that have to get done when you need to get them done? And how could this be a part of that? Right? How could your health be a part of your daily activities? Write that down right now. Go right now. Stop what you're doing. I'm not going to continue until you go. Did you do it? Okay, great. So essentially, you see how I like demand them to do something. Like I want them to do something. So that's the whole idea. Big takeaway here is, number 1, you're going to talk about the opportunity, talk about yourself. Okay, this is where you do your backstory, and then give them something to do so that they feel like they're involved. Okay, and then we hook them into video number 2, and that's what we're going to go over next. So if you have any questions, let me know. And we'll recap this one more time, and we'll review it so you can get your video done and get it out the door.